Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 21 of Kenshi Birth of a Hive. If you need to recap the rules or goals, here they are. And let's get going. So the last we left off, we were on a little bit of a recruiting spree that didn't really work all that well. We were, of course, hitting up all of these northern UC cities to hopefully try to get some recruits going, but we kind of came up dry. And a lot of you had ideas on that front. So one is that I could head to iSocket. Zorko mentioned this for a guaranteed recruit. Corey Paris mentioned that the southern UC cities in the swamp might be a better spot to head to. And the last tip I received is from Scavies, mentioning that clothing making will be a really good way for me to get some armor. So yeah, because it doesn't require that many resources that I don't find attainable or whatever. All right, part of me sort of low-key wants to go kill these slave hunters. I find what they do for work a little objectionable, and I'm going to take my objections out on them. Oh, are you going to fight me? Oh, please do. Oh, please do. Yes, all right. So these slave hunters obviously didn't do a threat assessment. They didn't do the ocular pat down that they really should have. And as a result, it's going to cost them everything. Or this guy. This poor one guy. Not poor. Screw the slave hunters, right? Alright, let's steal his... You know, I'm going to make him naked. Just because he's the one that picked a fight. He gets to live, but he gets to be naked. Alright. I'm sure there'll be a lot of friendly fire. That's totally fine. Totally actually expected, given the skill of my crossbow people. As you can see, these slave hunters are dropping like flies. It's actually a pretty good people to have battle... Ooh, nice hit, Ron. Pretty good people to have battles with. Oh, nice hit, Beep. Because these guys aren't tough. They're easy to put down. So there's not a lot of threat in me, failing these fights. And there we have it. Taking quick little damage assessment here. I guess Ron's going to be the slowest still. Yeah, we're totally fine. Ron's the slowest because he has a giant club of a weapon. Alright, let's do some first aid. Frenchie, are you out? No, you're not out. Why aren't you actually first aiding? There we go. Alright, and... everyone follow Ron. Ron is going to head down to Heft. I'd head to Port South there, but during the day all the slaves are going to be working. Actually, I might not get there during the day. I'll head there. And during the night, they're all locked up in cages, so I might be able to purchase them. I don't yet have the military strength to take out one of these ports, so it's not like I can do a slave break. The alternative, not using force, is using stealth, but I don't really have anyone stealthy enough to do that either. My best stealther is probably 12, which is ridiculously bad. So, alright, so we're here at, it's still mid-afternoon, but, we can, what I'm going to do is... let's take a quick look around, see how many hivers they have enslaved. So far, Greenlanders and Scorchlanders, because if I see a lot of hivers, I could stick around. But I only see Greenlanders and Scorchlanders so far. One hiver. Just that one dude. Let's see if I can't... Since when do you have a staying close job? I'm I'm sending Silvershade over to practice his stealth. Everyone sees him. He's not fooling anyone. Oh, here is the leader of the, of this slave area named Wada. As you can see, diplomatic status. Anyone with diplomatic status, when you mess with them, like let's say you attack them, it is a more dramatic effect or more dramatic change to diplomatic status. So if I was to attack him, I'd be at war almost immediately with all of the, Oh, there's another one over here. Yeah, we might stick around here. Oh, there's a third. Might stick around here and see about trying to free our brethren. At some point, I'd like to free all slaves, but for right now, freeing just the hivers is a good start. And this, oh, they caught me. This slave camp certainly has a lot of people to free. Now, as long as I don't really fight the guy that I pissed off, I could just run away and he hasn't really raised the alarm. And I figured that was probably likely the result. Now, if he just keeps following me, what I will probably end up doing is just... Yeah. Oh, yeah, those guards are hostile with me. I will keep everyone else out of the town. And I could just buy these guys. Now, the threat of buying them is if I buy too many slaves, I end up supporting slavery, right? Nasty hit to the leg. He doesn't want to go. This is sometimes how they react. I'm going to try to see if I can't abscond with him. But likely it's not going to work either. How far are you going to follow me? How much does this guy want to die? Alright, you want to die 100%? We can make that happen for you. Alright, this slave is going to head right back to the slave camp because he's afraid of retribution for escaping or whatever. And then the slave trader trying to get away. I think what he's trying to do is run to the camp and raise the alarm. But he's nearly unconscious and bleeding out fast. Hey, you chased me all the way out here. You face the consequences. Of there will be many. In fact, you're a slaver. I have no respect for that. You're dead. I'm not going to steal any of your armor because there's no way I'm going to pass off as a slave trader as a hiver. I don't think that's going to be all that possible. Now, I'm sort of curious. Alright, yeah, my disguise as a swamp ninja's blown. No surprise there at all. Alright, it looks like my cover is blown, and they all know that I'm a slave freer. So I think I'm okay with this. What I'm going to do is try to take them on a few at a time. Draw them out of their base. This wasn't the war I was looking for, but this should, at the very least, be interesting. Ooh, good hit. 35. You could see when Thorns actually, or when Ron actually makes, a hit connection. Those numbers jump. Now, this is a heavy guard. This is probably the toughest kind of guards they have. Now, they have a lot of guards in this city, so I have to be very careful, because these guys don't mess around. They're way tougher than, really, I am. I don't want their faction uniforms, but I will steal their meds. I'm just going to strip them to make them easier. Cookie went down. They're saying they want to party. Alright, sure. I will exhaust the amount of people that you have in your town. That is fine. Ooh. Dang! He went down like a sack of potatoes. Are you sure you know how to fight, dude? Because you sure know how to die. I'm just going to start executing them. Because why not? I don't have to strip them. I'll just execute. Alright, Cookie's getting back up. Took a bad hit to the chest. I don't really have good armor, which is really the core of the crux of the reason why it's tough to... Alright, let's see if we can't take 3. The crux of the reason why I can't take a hit. Oh, the sandstorm's making it a little hard to keep track of my target. So as far as this guy knows, I'm just Silver Shades standing on a top of the hill, and then all of a sudden, swarm of insects. Yes, that is what we do. Ow. We get swarmy. Oh, and then there's a slave trader here that also wants to dance. Alright, let's dance, old man. And Hand is going hand to hand. Hand's gonna get renamed, by the way, so don't get used to calling him Hand. Down he goes, and the execute the coup d'éclat. Thieving charlatan. You know what? I think if a slave trader calls you a thieving charlatan, that is probably a compliment in my book. I'm gonna walk this this guard a little because I don't want him too close to the camp. Beep is now thinking he's the strongest warrior in the world. One day, Beep, maybe. Ron had about 22 strength. No, 21. Alright, his strength really hasn't gone up that significantly, but I guess I haven't been fighting all that much. Oh, there's a slave trying to escape. Just keep running, man. Oh, boy. Alright, let's see if I can't help that dude out. I know he's a Greenlander, but, you know, I still don't like slavery. Hella, this would be a good target for... Oh, you know what? Actually, we're all done with whoever we're fighting over here. Eventually, there will be some, let's call it attrition, because, you know, I'm getting hurt every start of the fight. But, don't struggle. Alright, sure. I'll make sure when I execute you to do it nice and soft, so you don't struggle. See? Boom. Nice soft. Lived up to my promise there. I had intended to buy some slaves, but honestly I'm having a way more fun murdering all these slavers. Way more fun. And they just keep trickling out nice and slow to me, which makes it so that I can actually win some fights. Because if I had to fight all of them at once, obviously that wouldn't go in my favor, like not even a little bit. And we don't take prisoners when it comes to slaving. Alright, let's go. First aid set. Don't worry, dude. You don't have to play dead. I didn't just murder, like, half a dozen slavers because I wanted to capture you. Oh. You are a noble guard. Alright. Wait. You're not even attacking me. I'm confused. Attack unprovoked. What the? Yeah. Oop, dodged it. Now this guard is definitely stronger than ones in the past. And I want you out of this fight. I need the 3, because we have attack slots 3, I need the 3 people that are probably most effective in combat up there. So that this guard doesn't cut through me. Yeah, because he's knocked 2 out. Oh, Ron lands a hit. I didn't even see what green number that was, but couldn't have been good. There are so many slaves are escaping right now. It's kind of hilarious. I think what's happening is I'm downing enough guards that there's a big opportunity to escape. Ouch. That was a rough hit. Try that again, I dare you. Alright, let's try it again. Hands down. Hand is really... Okay, there we go, finally. Mr. Traders Guild. So his gear, of course, is actually worth a penny. Whereas all the other dudes' gear was worth basically nothing. I'm not really... I'll use the sword, because that's a mighty good sword. But everything else I'm going to give back. Alright, so the sword I think I'm going to give to Thor or Ches. Thor has the worst gear. So Thor, you're going to get that sword. Because it was of... maybe it's not of the same style. Alright, Ronald. We need to figure out who else can first aid. I think what I'm going to do is Hella. You are going to become a first aider as well. And Ron has a bunch of meds for you then. The prince and princesses, I think, are just probably the people, even if they don't have the stats, they're the people I probably want to be first aiding. We didn't even finish this dude off. Good night. Good night, Angry Guard. Alright, this escaped slave beeps up. Silver Shade, you too are a prince, aren't you? So let's share the meds around. The more medical attention I can give everyone at the, you know, at the end of a fight to get everyone back on their feet and not bleeding out, the better. Now, it looks like... Well, let's check out. Have I pissed off the entire faction of trade? No, actually, they're fine. I think if I walked away from this city, they would forget crimes committed, you know, within a week or so, whatever the time frame is. Alright, sweet. Bunch of slaves are escaping. It's kind of what I had intended. And we're doing a great big patch up. Hand here needed quite a lot of work. Curious what this slaver guard is going to do. He's going to call the... Oh, he just got shot in the stomach. Alright. Come on, kill me, haha. Okay, sure. Will do, dude. I mean, you're literally asking for it, so I will literally supply you with the death that you want. Ron keeps getting hit from friendly fire crossbow bolts. Aim a little bit better. Oh, this guy has a ranger, which is a slightly better than my toothpick weapon. Thor has particularly mashed up leg here. Maybe warranting resting, possibly. Haven't really thought about that too hard. Frenchie's doing some splinting, I think. Alright, so Silver Shade, you are... It's nighttime, which means the slaves should be in their cages. But no one in this town is going to give me the time of day. So let's see if I can't sneak. I definitely am not going to be able to stealthily assassinate knock anyone unconscious. But at least this is good sneak skill building. Everyone else is outside of town waiting. Silver Shade can run pretty fast, so the idea here is to just sort of poke into these buildings and see if there's any hivers that I can spring. And the reason I'm doing this is I really got tired of A, not getting recruits, and B, just trading with the enemy. Okay, hello. Your cages are empty. No, out. So, Silver, I'm literally clicking the outdoor. He was like, in? More in? Further in? It's like, no, 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 no. There was some sort of mass slave breakout. Ooh, they beat that one. They beat 2 of them. Hot longs. Alright. But I haven't actually seen any hivers locked up. We've got Shek. Oh, there's a hiver. Gwyn. Okay. Well, I can pick it. Are they not hostile with me anymore? This is weird. Are you... Who's the trader here? If I could purchase him, I'd purchase him, because I don't really see fighting my way through this as a solution. What are you? You are Shek. Man, it's really when they're like, oh, here's another, he doesn't even have a leg. Damn. That's rough. Alright, let's see if I can't spring this dude out of here. Oh yeah, there we go. They didn't notice. Not in time. Oh, okay. You want to fight? All right. Let's actually. I'm gonna consider actually like a jailbreak of sorts. All right. So this dude here is super unconscious, and I just threw him on the ground real hard because you know that absolutely helps people. Alright, so we unlocked his shackles, and he does no longer need medical attention. He's just unconscious. Good hits. Oh, wow. That was fast. Yeah, I do have guts for stealing from you. You have guts for keeping slaves, dude. Well, not guts. Cowardice. Alright, down goes Anor. More dudes. Alright, Mr. Silver. Let's sneak back in and find our hiver friends. And then, who's strong here that has carry weight? Ches, maybe? Ches. Pick up our unconscious friend. Making sure he's not left to be reshackled. Alright, so this facility here is empty of really all slaves. Alright, so it's this building here that has got them. So what I need to do is... This won't work, mind you, but... Alright, I definitely pissed them off. I'm going to drag them out of town. And then we're going to pick off the ones that I lure out. Really? None of them? I saw one coming, at least. No, I don't want to piss off the samurai heavies. They are real tough. I'm just trying to piss off the non... So there's like slave guards, and then there's like the UC samurai guards. I'm trying to get one and not the others. So I'm trying to be real careful about who I engage. But as you can see, some of my people are might be trigger happy. Alright, here we go. No. Come on out. So if I can play this right, this is sort of like subterfuge mixed with recklessness. I don't know. Ooh, Thorns is down. Who is this guy? Just... Oh, a slave boss. Oh, okay. I'm down beating up a slave boss. Silver Shade, let's patch up that arm, though. This is going to be a tough fight. Anyone with boss in their name tends to be harder to take down. Much higher stats on him, as you can see. And I just got the attention of a bunch of slave hunters, but their stats are pretty terrible. A lot of green numbers, yep. Alright, slave boss is downed. He had a whole bunch of money on him that I'm just going to take. And a longsword that's really pretty good. Could grab that as well. Raising the alarm, but I don't really think there's any guards within the nearest area to come help or facilitate a breakout or anything like that. We are getting a little knocked unconscious, but not to the point where I'm all that concerned yet. Oh, Ron here can't use his weapon anymore because his good arm got knocked out. So, Ches, will you spot him? Oh, no, Thor. Spot him the longsword. And I'm going to have him drop the big Madman's Club. I'll pick it back up. I just don't want to be encumbered by it. So there's Ron, one-armed and still fighting. Because there's enough of these slave hunters that we got low-key overwhelmed by their numbers. They swarmed us. What I'm going to do is just make sure... Okay, slave hunters are now hostile to me. That's fine. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm going to just be finishing off whoever's on the ground here. Because they're slave hunters. I owe them nothing. Oh, a little bit of cursing. Is it going to work? No. Alright, so there's a slave guard. Still up? Nope, never mind. Now this is going to... Oh, that armor was a little bit better. Might be worth grabbing. Some of their armor is going to be decent. A lot of it's going to be trash. Alright, we have a lot of medical to do now. After that fight. No one's dying or anything. I didn't lose any limbs, but we have a lot of unconscious people. Poor Cookie. Didn't want to be the fisher person, fisher hiver, and ended up just getting knocked unconscious. I will, once I get a little bit more recruit going on, I will absolutely, you know, armor these guys up so that they're not basically naked shriekers. So the joke is here, of course, I am, I'm about as well armored as, like, the naked hungry bandits, and I'm just hoping that they don't hit my fleshy spots when they defeat me, when they knock me down, or land a swing. But yeah, I would say there's a ridiculous amount of carnage here now. How is the amount of... Oh, we are running... I wouldn't say we're running low on meds necessarily, but I might have to stock the meds on the patchers. I think, just as a general rule of thumb, having the princes and princesses do the healing is helpful for me, because then I know who to start, you know, focusing on the patching and all that. I'm also running out of bolts, not surprising, because we're fighting dudes that don't use that kind of range weapon. Alright, looks like there's a lot more guards around town now. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to spring these, spring my brethren at this point. I'm having Silvershade kind of sneak on over. His sneak's going up. As you can see, I accidentally walked into a, very, very, very well illuminated lamppost, and that kind of ruined my ability to sneak. Alright, what I'm going to do is pick up the people that are unconscious really close to the gate. I don't even care who picks them up. They just need to be pulled to cover. You could also see that there's a little bit of a bounty on my head. And that's because, well, I'm wanted. Right? The Shek don't care, but everyone else does. I'm probably not going to be able to sneak in here during the daytime. And as far as I know, I'm still hostile. Hang on, Silvershade, drop Frenchie, so you can actually get out of there if I need to. No, maybe not. Another slave trying to escape, though. Huh. This is just... You're not even guarding this building anymore. Well, whatever hiver was in there is not in there anymore. I'm not sure where he went. I've never worked so hard to recruit one. Oh, I see a hiver. Now, when you free them, some of the time they want to leave, some of the time they don't. They can have very different reactions. So this isn't so much about recruiting them. You are free, dude. This is just about, I hate slavery, and I'm gonna free the hivers that I can. Alright. I picked him up. Oh, where are you going? You are Gwyn? Why would you do that to yourself? I don't know. Come back. Okay, well. Let's see what he does. I'm sort of curious. He's gonna get himself beat because he ran right back in there. Where did he end up? He ended up in a prison cell somewhere. I do find it funny how I've been basically tormenting these traders, but they, Didn't I kill you, slave boss? Alright, let's buy Gwyn. Yeah, see, that worked. I got him all sorts of messed up, and they put him in a cell to heal him, and then, of course, I could immediately buy him. Alright. Put him down. He's unconscious. Yo, that's my slave, dude. You're a slave, don't forget it. Oh, don't you dare. Hold on. Leave Frenchie alone, you jerks. God. They're trying to, like, enslave Frenchie, I think. Frenchie's a prince. Alright, Gwyn here. For you to regain consciousness, I think what I'm going to do is all of the worst injured people are just going to do a quick camp. So, Hella, you've got a lot of space. Thorns. Drop these beds to Hella. Hella constructs some beds. Put hand in the bed. Gwyn. I'll unlock your shackles in a second. I'm just going to put you in the bed. Silvershade. Pop those shackles off, please. Oh, here's some slave traders. So the trader guild isn't hostile with me, but the slave traders certainly are. Because I've been harassing them pretty regularly. I'm probably, honestly, camping, like, way too close to their town. But I was sort of curious if I could nab some additional, people. Chez, you're holding someone. Put them down. Alright, all of the conscious people, let's get busy. The Bone Dog's really putting in a lot of work here, too. Very pleased about that. Oh, you're already holding an outlaw swordsman, huh? Oh, that was a tough hit. 75 to the leg. Dang. Outlaw swordsman is probably going to be hostile to me, so it's not one of these situations of like enemy of my enemy is my friend. The outlaw swordsmen are just going to get aggressive with me. But yeah, I would say this is... I'm mitigating the damage, but I'm actually... I feel like this is going okay. Is this a slaver slaving a slaver? Oh god, if that is, the irony. Alright, so this slave here is crippled, but conscious now. You weren't conscious before. We're gonna first aid you. I don't think there's a way for me to, like, save Otto here, really at all, because, I don't plan on making any prison cells, like, ever, period, because our queen doesn't believe in slavery, and a prison cell is just, you know, temporary slave, so to speak, and I don't believe that there's a way to recruit people if you don't put them in a cell. Okay. So now we're healing up. Hand is probably most beat up. Now a lot of people are actually pretty beat up. I don't know what the slave is doing, though. Huh. I'm not sure. One thing I'm curious about is... Alright, so like half the people in this town want me dead. Understandably. But I'm curious if I can't incite them to free more hivers. But I am looking around, I don't really see hivers. What I can say is the amount of... What is going on there? What in the hells is... I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any hivers anymore. I think there were two. I purchased one after he got knocked unconscious, and I freed the other one. I absconded with him. You know, there's actually one thing I could think of to be able to get Otto here, and it's a little distasteful, but it's a temporary workaround, which is to sell him and then buy him back. If these guys aren't gonna try to kill me, but they are. Really? Even the slave boss? Yep, even the slave boss. Alright, let's get out of there. I don't know how hell I got involved. No, stop trying to help. I don't want it. I'm not... Oh, so these escaped slaves are outfitting themselves with gear. Frenchie's still unconscious. Ron's arm is healing up. Left arm is almost severed. That's something you got to be careful of if you have really... you're using all sorts of good stuff. Look at them outfitting themselves. Alright. Are they still pissed off? They have longer memories than I'm used to. Because, yeah, I was trying to put them into the cage and then buy them back. But they, instead, they're just trying to fight Silvershade. I probably just need to wait longer, but I probably won't. Thieving crook? What do you mean? I gave you your slave back so that I might be able to free him. Who are you shooting at? This dude's still shooting at me? Fine. You want to fight, you get a fight. How's that feel, slave guard? Do you feel dumb? Picked a fight that you couldn't win? You should feel dumb. You should be embarrassed. Alright, Mr. Frenchie is just barely conscious. Oh, there is some sort of insurrection going on in here. Oh, poor Bataille. Never stood a chance. There's a lot of turmoil that I think I riled up. As you can see, there's very, very, very few slaves working, and a lot of them are just busting out. And I will take full and honest credit for that. Alright, Silvershade, let's get Red Rain out of the bed and have you heal. I wish I had more camp beds. I don't have any more. This is the limit, the amount. Because, yeah, we have a lot of people with, like, just limbs that are dangling. Look pretty bad. So I'm going to pause for a second and switch over back to home. Just make sure everything is good. Gohan. What is Gohan's with... Oops. I didn't mean Gohan. I meant, Food Cube? My bad. Yeah, I'm glad I checked. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention is there's no hive shacks, which are constructible. They're small little shacks. That's a new addition. Green's just camped on the throne. And everything looks fine to me. Ferris, you're looming. I'm guessing all of my fabrics are full. Oh, no, they're not full. I'm just out of cotton? Yeah, I'm out of cotton. When you're not looming, do the fuel, I guess. Another thing I might want to consider is more wheat farms, because it seems like we go through wheat really fast. But that's probably somewhat because I have a giant surplus of... Yeah, I have a giant surplus of bread. So at this point, we actually won't be able to make any more bread until we process it into food. How's Queen doing? Queen, you are still making electrical components. Good on you. Oh, and we have a full store of them. I think what I'm going to do is Miss Queen. Oh, I really... You know what? Actually, put those away. I want to do that with a with one of these guys that have a proper backpack for it. So, Angel, you do it. 3 stacks is a lot easier to put away than 25 stacks. And for now, we're just going to store the leftover electrical components in here. Angel, why are you sleeping? Did I click the bed? I don't think I did. Alright, so that's enough checking in on them. Back to the group that's tormenting this slave camp. God, is there even... Alright, so... Let's see. Hella, you're going to run in here and see if they still want us dead. I'd really like to buy that one-legged... Oh, no. Slave boss is trying to murder me. Alright, I think I just pissed them off too much. Checking the factions. Let's see. Slave hunters hate me. Slave traders aren't yet hostile. It would be in red if they were. What else? So the outlaws are starting to like me. The anti-slavers, I haven't made any dent or headway there. Alright, Ron for Beep. Frenchie for Thor. And keep up the healing. I'm also going to do a quick assessment. Alright, so Ron has big heavy weapon. I'm going to put that away for now. I'm trying to figure out how fast I can move. Yeah, I can leave at 19. So I could be mobile. I'm going to let them heal up a little bit, because I'm probably going to find people on the road that want me dead. Let's see. I'm poking back in here, seeing if... Alright, so there's no one in cages, but it's daytime, so that's not surprising. And some of these guys don't immediately want me dead, like this slaver. I like how that guard is just holding a corpse while cracking the whip. Alright, this slave boss will talk to me. I'm here to buy. So there is Burn. I haven't even seen Burn. But yeah, absolutely. I don't know who he is, but I'll purchase him. This slave boss is like broken. You know, I did just spend money on Burn. Alright, let's try to fix this slave boss. By getting him murdered. Alright. I need to be more careful about who I have get up out of bed, though. So I have a lot of people that need a good amount of rest. Cookie, you're not one of them. Hand, you are. Alright, let's try to lure that dude out. So I'm going to set everyone on hold so they don't go running in. Help Hella. Oh, here's the boss. Ouch. Hella just took a pretty nasty hit to the leg. But we're doing a pretty good job of luring this guy. Take a shot. No, he's running back. Alright, there we go. He's probably out far enough that I can kill him without the rest of the town getting angry at me. Hella, you got backup coming. Alright, first aid yourself, because that leg looks pretty bad. Now I realize, Ron... Oh, Frenchie, you have no weapon? Oh, maybe when you were unconscious, you had your weapon stolen. That is entirely possible, because they do that. So, here, let's go get you one. I know it's not a good one, but it'll have to do until I find better. Plonk. Oh, here's better. Alright. Murder and Frenchie. Let's go get that longsword. Actually, that longsword's really good. Thieving rat. Oh, he's a heavy guard too. Okay. Everyone else is still resting. Okay, good. Thorns. Let's unleash the Ron. Ooh, a 52 hit. 38. And he's down. We're getting pretty good at putting these guys down. That was a heavy guard. Remember the first heavy guard that actually caused us a little bit of trouble? That one didn't. Alright, I'm going to pull back because I'm not... I don't want to fight the whole camp, like I said. I'm just sort of poking in there, seeing who I can buy, and then running out. Alright, so I have a bounty yet again on my head for assault. Now, the reason why the whole city isn't going mad is this isn't technically a UC city, it's a Trader Guild city, so I'm breaking, because right now I'm in the United Cities territory, I'm breaking United City laws. Pretty much every city has laws against, you know, I'm not gonna hurt you, dude. I just want to free you. Alright, so whatever happened with Burn, I don't know. I literally did buy a slave, and I don't know what happened to him. Why can't I... Oh, yeah, here we go. Put in. Alright, and he's trying to escape. Alright, let's see if I can't sell him. And then buy him back. I sort of have a soft spot for this abused one-legged slave. And I am happy to work hard to try to recruit him. But there's no one to even talk to. What kind of business are you running if you're not even at the counter? I think they're just dealing with their own insurrection. Alright, that's Bataille. I need a slave boss. I can wait here. Also, there should be a hiver named Burn around here that, like, I bought. Just... Oh, here's another... Let's go over to this one. Oh, this guard is home territory aggression. Yeah, he's coming for me, I think. Yes, he is. Oh, there's Burn. He was freed. Alright, Frenchie, I think it's time to get out of town. I'm sorry. I'm coming back for you. I'm not strong enough to carry you and survive. That's why I was using Silver Shade earlier, is he's strong enough to carry someone at pretty decent speed. Alright, so he's playing dead right now. Because, yeah, I would happily purchase a leg for that dude. Happily. Queen believes in such things, you know? Oh, wow. We're starting to get a proper bounty on our heads. For assault, theft. I love it. I don't mind. Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but some of my quote-unquote property is actually right here. I'm not sure why Burn just didn't... Oh, manhunters. Oh, hey, manhunters. Alright, fine. You want to fight? You get fighting. You made dreadfully bad decisions here. Thorns does not like manhunters. Uh-oh. Silver Shade. I forgot. Run! He's too beat up. He just got jumped hard. I wasn't committing a crime. Burn is literally my slave. Alright, so he's being enslaved, but I'm just obviously going to spring him. Who would be... Beep. You'd be a good person to do that. Waiting on you, Beep. Here we are. Yoink! You guys are idiots. Alright, we just finished off all the manhunters. Or all but one. No, all the manhunters. And now we're ready to fight more guards that wanted to enslave Silver Shade. Was this a manhunter that's a hiver? Oh, you know what? I'm not going to finish him off. He's misguided, but there is a limit. Oh, here's another outlaw. Man, there's a lot of hivers around here. I've spent so much time at this camp. Beep, let's put Silvershade in bed. And Frenchie, let's patch him up. Beep, get back to work. Cutting them up. And then Frenchie also unlock the shackles. Maybe first aid first, though. Alright, so Silvershade is unconscious. But let's get those shackles off of him. I've killed quite a bit of these slavers, haven't I? Ooh, Hella's down. She's already pretty wounded. I guess I have these guys on hold. Let me take them off hold. That's my bad. No one here should be on hold anymore. So let's double toggle that. Because Thorns likes the bitey buddy. Thorns really is a powerhouse now. Bone dogs tend to be. That's actually why I have the restriction of 1 or 2 animals per type. Because if you don't have that restriction, it can get pretty easy. Silvershade now is free of that that shackle that bound him. Got caught stealing. No, I'm killing him. I wasn't stealing. I was murdering. Alright, Hella needs a little help. What am I doing? I love these guards. They're so dumb. For real. Very dumb. At this point, I might actually have enough bolts to warrant using a ranger, as they're a little bit more powerful. Now, one of the reasons why I haven't upgraded weapons, a few people actually made a joke that, like, I had all these better, really high-grade weapons. The issue with using really powerful crossbows is you end up murdering a lot of your own people. Just accidentally, really. Because there's friendly fire in the game, and I don't tend to use powerful weapons until my precision shooting, which is a skill to prevent friendly fire, is sufficiently leveled up. Which I can tell you right now is not the case. My precision shooting right now sucks, and that's why I'm using just inferior weapons. Alright, Silvershade's got his clothing look back. And at this point, let's see. There was a hiver, like, unconscious around here, wasn't there? Well, there's this manhunter. Oh, he died. I probably finished him and not even realized he was a hiver. All 3 of our doctors are out right now, so let's actually get one of the doctors on his feet to patch and splint and heal and stuff. I guess that's all that was? Okay. No, that one is dying. Unconscious, but dying. I don't want to finish him off, but I'll let him die out. Alright, so we have Ka here, who was a slave. I'm sort of curious why it wasn't... let's try this with Beep. Beep has a pretty big bounty on his head, though. What? Yeah. Whatever. Yo, guard, go away. I'm trying to, like, put a slave in so I can buy him. What am I playing at? Fine. They really want to make a fight. They get one. I'm not gonna run from it forever. This is phenomenal combat experience, which is... Oh, nice kick there, Ron. Which is one of the reasons why I've stuck around here for basically the full hour pummeling them, because I'm going to be so much stronger when I get back to the home territory. So let's finish these two morons off. Ron, you're going to grab the meds. Try to pick up our slave here. Let's see about trying to procure another slave. Oh, actually, Ron. Ouch. They're already hitting you. Let's... Wait, Silvershade... Man, I fast forwarded time too fast. Alright, so Silvershade is back in jail again because he was asleep and no one was standing guard. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, Ron, you're going to put this dude down. Get patched up. And I'm going to send him in. Now, Silvershade probably has the chops to pick his way through that lock. Alright, everyone around here is hostile with me, so... Because they're all manhunters, so I might want to wait for the manhunters to pass by. Was this a slave escaping? Yeah, it is. Right, Frenchie. Ches. Beep. There's no one even here, like, alive to stop me. But I can't pick that lock. Who can? Silvershade, you can pick the lock yourself. Hey, Ron, how about you close the door? Boop. Not that that's going to stop anyone, because I can't lock it. Alright, so Silvershade's trying to pick his way out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? While he tries to pick his way out, I'm going to see if there's anyone for me to buy. And if anyone looks at me funny, I'll just escape. Oh, I still have the massive club on my back. That's an accident. I didn't mean to continue with that, because it slows me down. I wanted just the long sword. So I'm going to leave town real quick and drop that off to Thorns, just so that I have more mobility. And the reason why I'm doing that is Ron is, he's quite capable of picking someone up and running at full speed. And that's why I want him to do the breaking out of jail. Because if there's anyone I need to just pick up and grab... Oh, you again. He's the man to do it. What's going on here? Some outlaws being outlaws. I just walked right past these guys, and they paid me no attention. Alright. There should still be a hiver named Burn that I purchased. I dropped him, what, around... No, whoever I dropped around there is gone. I'll just keep poking around. Like I said, I don't mind buying a slave, just if it makes it easier. Just because the game mechanics don't allow for you to break them out of prison and join you all the time. Alright, so here's the slave boss. I'm here to buy Claw. Buy. Alright, there is no more Claw in your inventory. So where is Claw? And why hasn't he been added to my party? I'm here to sell. No, I'm not selling myself. Yeah, these slave traders are just thieving. They're liars. I buy a dude, and then no dude is added to my group. I don't see no Claw. I'm trying to pick the lock right in front of a guard. That's kind of funny. Alright, I think I'm done trying to purchase slaves because these guys aren't honest. They keep selling me slaves. I keep spending the coin and then I don't get the person freed. Oh, that's a totally empty house. Well, Silvershade is getting significantly better at lockpicking, being locked up in there. Oh, and someone just picked a fight. Oh, some manhunters. Oh, here's Claw. He's all the way out here. Oh, there's a significant amount of manhunters. This calls for everybody to be on their feet. And then Ron should probably start running back. Silvershade, sorry, you're on your own. Just for a minute or two. While I go help the rest of the crew. Thorns is having none of this. He is just ripping them up. It's fantastic. Thorns, how about you throw a weapon to Ron? Ron, time to get running. God, there's like none of them even left. Like I said, my group is actually getting pretty decent at ripping through manhunters and slave traders. We're not... Oh, hand... You know, I really ought to give Hand a weapon at some point. I'll loot one. Mr. Hand. Let's grab this dude's whatever he has. Ugh. I guess blunt. Donk. Oh, I just love catching, like, the tail end of, like, a big attack like that. Ron, what are your stats like? Your strength has gone up. Your melee attack and defense is going up. Splat. Oh, it's just beautiful, really. It's beautiful every time. I never get old. Frenchie finishing off dude on the ground. Grabbing his bolts. At this point, I should just start collecting ranger bolts, because soon I'll be able to switch over to ranger. Oh, Thorns got knocked out. Where are you going, man? Oh, I crippled both of his arms, so he can't fight back. So he's just running. You died tired, man. You died tired. So often what happens is... Alright, we're still picking. I don't think I'm going to leave until Silvershade is, has sprung himself. But often what happens is slaves won't really join you until you put significant difference between you and, the place you purchased them from. And I think that's what's going on here. Is... I'm not going to be able to add Claw or Burn or anyone else until I significantly walk away from town. But I'm just having so much fun murdering them, so I've stuck around a bit. Alright, let's make sure that they're all finished off. Oh, here's Claw again. Yeah, I don't think he's joining me. Oh no, maybe he is. I don't know what he's doing. The guaranteed slave recruit thing mod is maybe in the wrong load order, because all I can tell you is it's certainly not working. So what I might end up doing is going with traditional recruits out of bars until I can troubleshoot that. I would like for the ending of this episode to be... Oh no, maybe he is... I don't know what he's doing. He's running around me. It looks like he's leaving. But I was going to say, I want the ending to this episode. I don't mind it going a little bit longer, but I want to bust Silver out of prison here, because I don't want to end it with him incarcerated, if I can help it. But it looks like no one has the chops to bust him out of prison, because no one's a good lockpick. I do have tools, though. I could go in with tools. So, why don't I do that? Thorns, take that. Ron, we're going to bust him out. If it takes it usually takes longer for... Oh, no. Silver literally... just as Ron gets there, escapes. Alright, at this point, I know this episode's going a little long. I hope you all don't mind. Because what I'm going to do is pack up the camp here and leave this area before I overstay my welcome and I end up worse for wear. Because as you can see, constantly I'm being aggressed. If I know that's not a word, but it is now, because I used it. Someone tell Oxford Dictionary or whatever. Webster's? Maybe that's what I meant. Alright, so we are mostly packed up the camp. I'm going to have Silvershade grab some of these bags. Grab as many bags as you can. Alright, I'm not encumbered. Good. We just murdered that random stray dude. I, like, don't even look at the fights anymore. And if we walk out of town... Is this Claw? Yeah, I think Claw is waiting for us to get far enough away from the slave market to say that he's joining us. But I could be wrong about that. I'm not really sure. The slowest mover here is probably still Red Rain. No, it's Hand. Hand does not have a particularly high athletics skill yet. So we're far enough away from the camp, I think, that if anyone was going to follow and join me, they would have by now. Bummer. All that work. Well, let's not think of it as work. Let's think of it as we were training. So, speaking of training, before I end this episode, let's take a look. Silvershade's stats definitely went up. Definitely in lockpicking, first and foremost. But some melee attack and defense and crossbows. Yeah, pretty much everyone's melee attack and defense has... Ches went up a lot as well. Beep as well. Thorns is just really... He's shredding these enemies, which is phenomenal. Alright guys, so that's all the time I have for this episode. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any suggestions, things that you think belong on a poll, wait to submit those. I'm going to call for submissions later. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to the patrons supporting the channel. I'll catch you all later. Adios.